When I'm training for professional competitions, men and women always ask me for advice. To women, I say push yourself harder than you ever have before and go beyond your comfort zone. Focus on your goals. Men, if I am willing to push myself to become Mr. Olympia in 2022, then I only have one thing to say to you. Bring your A game.
Here we go again.
Hey, what's good, YouTube? Back with another one of the 5-minute Firewatch report. It's your man Ronin back with another one, and I'll say much love to the new and old subscribers to the channel. Welcome back. You can like, click, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell for future videos. I want to send much love to the A Game family and A Game Nation, and shout out to my OG, Dr. Spencer Holman, Dr. Michelle, and definitely the feminine ward of the unit, which happens to be the Crimson Cure. Definitely check her out. Support to her. You already see the title of today's Firewatch. It's the Broke Dick Memoirs. And here's why. In military terms, we call a person who's injury prone, however you perceive it, as a broke dick. That's just military slang, mainly in the Marine Corps. So this comes about when the other day I was riding around doing my rounds, and I had to pick up a guy from the hospital. And first and foremost, when he came out, he was definitely out of shape. He was a fat body platoon. That's a whole nother story. So he was just waddling out there with his walker, and it's kind of like the fold-up kind. And he had like his paperwork and everything like that. So it took me about a minute to get his like walker into the trunk and get him in the car. So while we're headed to his destination, I'm sitting there focused. He kept asking me, like, you know what, Dad, are we on 16th Street? I said, no, we're going on 10th. We're going to sit there and take a shortcut to your destination. And he kept pissing and moaning about going back down 16th Street. And I said, well, let me try to see what the hell is going on down here. Now, if you know anything about Indianapolis, you go out to 16th Street, you go down there, and of course, you're going towards the Indy 500. Now, he was sitting there just like telling me in detail, you know, he wanted to pick something up to eat along the way. So I'm just thinking it's something light. Now, here comes this fat ass. When I'm going down 16th Street, he wanted to go down to King Ribs. So it's kind of a staple, in a sense, in Indianapolis. However, in his built bad condition, initially when he came in the car, he was just walking like a broke dick. So I felt a little bit of empathy for him, like, well, let me help him out. But as soon as he kept, you know, his face lit up when he was going into King Ribs. And the amazing thing is, with his wheelchair, his walker in the trunk, he found the means and ways to get some pep into his step. And I even heard him in his little cadence towards the to go make his order. He's like, ribs. Now, he had all that energy and all that girth, but as soon as he got his food, about 10 minutes later, he started resuming his broke dick status. Now, the reason why I brought this story up is because we are notorious for a lot of individuals who do one thing we know in the military, and it's this: malingering, the fabrication, feigning, or exaggeration of physical or psychological symptoms designed to achieve a desired outcome, such as relief of duty or work. Now, this speaks volumes to me because we've seen this in this space, the manosphere space. Now, allegedly, there's supposed to be a meetup wherever the hell it's going to be. But my whole thing is, in all this time, where was the initiative to not just meet with the brothers, interact with the brothers, create workshops, homework, learn how to turn these communities, these ethnic outposts, back into thriving, wealthy communities? The thing is, we have a lot of brothers who are skilled in this space. This space is supposed to be a repository of sound information, for progression, energy, masculinity, momentum. However, it's been an asylum's hospital dealing with a lot of broke dicks, goofies, internet weenies, Wi-Fi winos, tender dicks
First,
across
use
the
your fingerprint
across the
to
board.
unlock
Shut up.
the device.
And all the like, where you got
I'm
guys
searching on
who are
Google for
basically
hospital dinner with a
wasting their
broke ass
time and ours. Now, in comparison, we do have the abilities to make things happen. We do have the know-how and the motivation to do it. But the thing is, we got into this whole thing with malingering, where you're feigning all these illnesses saying what we can't do. This addiction to fear porn, fail porn. You want to be silly time. You want to keep this space mired in mediocrity. You want to keep it in a box of never land, instead of using our combined resources, forces, mindsets, think tanks to get us where we need to be. And this level of malingering is not only toxic, but we lost a lot of brothers because of it. During our watch, we lost 2 or more brothers that we know of. See, the thing about malingering is it is very costly. Number one, it actually renders you untrustworthy. That deals with your appearance and spirituality. See, if you know who you are, if you're able to do it and will yourself to do it, it can happen. But the thing is, when you're malingering, that goes into the lost value system. That goes into definitely dealing with no truth within yourself. Living the lies. So we're here, no truth here. Then you talk about no care. Then mainly in your appearance, no standard. And it does go into your education. You know better. That shows you no discipline. Your profession, no loyalty to the mission. So you being on silly time, there's no limit to it. So you will sit there and use your creativity poorly to have unnecessary access to bullshit. So in closing, when it comes to malingering, it is an expression of rugged individualism. However, the collateral damage can be exponential depending on who you're around and how long you're allowed to fester in that space. In us committing to this mission about promoting the 10 life values, about promoting products, services, and all the things pertaining to us to become better, not just as men, but actually get ourselves out of these ethnic outposts, actual thriving communities, by doing it by the numbers. Malingering is one of many sins that we cannot commit. So if you're committed to the mission, you got to take some sacrifice. You got to untuck your nuts, hold them on your own, and stand alongside brothers who are about the mission. But the main work you have to do is internal. You have to literally unfuck yourself, unfuck the situations around you, and then stand with your brothers in order to unfuck these ethnic outposts and get them back into real, live, thriving communities. But it's going to take time. It's going to take resources, energy, and focus, among many other things. Now, for his Lieutenant Fat Ass, I was unable to really have an honest conversation with him because I lost immediate respect for that dude. In his poor health condition, he was willing to risk it all for a rib dinner. King ribs, they're all right, but not worth sacrificing my reputation, my time, energy, and respect just for a little bit of that greed, that gluttony. You got to protect your reputation and your name at all times, fellas. With that, you already know the deal. Never allow comfort zone to become your coffin. Don't be a broke dick. It just doesn't pay. Semper Fi.